Let's say you, for whatever reason, you feel most called to this person and you can't explain it. Maybe the closest thing you come to is like, oh, they're funny, or oh, they look good. I like their sense of style, right? That's like on the surface. But if you were to really dig deep, and this would probably come up after you've met them, after you guys have been dating, after you really see the texture of your interaction, the texture of the dynamic, like what does it look like and feel like when you two are together, you might find that you ended up choosing the person who reflects a past experience that you have yet to resolve. That's actually the horrifying thing, right? Is you could go through a bad experience, and when I say resolve it, I mean like you made sense of it. You integrated all the lessons for it, right? With understanding and compassion, and you get it. Like you're like, okay, I understand the working parts. I know the part that I played in it and why this happened. Like I get it. I understand it. If that situation hasn't resolved, that energy is still on you. That red, it's still on you. And your soul, your spirit, it still wants to make sense of that. It's like we haven't finished. The work's not done, right? We still need to do the work. And so maybe you left the last person, right, who caused that energy. You left them, but the energy is still in you. And your soul is like, we still need we need to reach resolution. And so to reach resolution, not of the person, because it's not about the person, it's more about the energy, the situation, you're going to feel yourself drawn to people who reflect that circumstance. You're not going to get away from the work, right? And you're not going to be able to articulate it. This is why when people meet somebody, they have a string of exes and they're like, why do all of my exes do this? All of my exes do the same thing. They all have the same vibe. The relationship fails for the same reason. It's because you're being called, your spirit is calling to these people. It's like summoning these interactions to say, there's a lesson here that we need to learn, and I'm not going to move forward until I learn it. This is all unconscious, by the way. This is unconscious. That's the horrifying thing, is you can be doing this and have absolutely no idea, which means you're not going to be on the lookout for those lessons. You're not going to be doing the work, the process. And instead, you're just on that treadmill. You're in that karmic cycle of trying to learn the lesson until you learn the lesson, right? You're not going to get out of it and move on to the next breakthrough, the next stage, the next version of you until you integrate. And you're only going to be able to integrate once the experience is complete. And it can't complete if the first time it happened, you ran away, right? Before you reach completion, right? You ran away. And so you'll meet a new person and you'll pick up right where you left off. You'll get right back to where you finished. You're going to meet yourself right back where you finished. And then the question is, okay, are we going to do the work or are we going to run away again? Right? Most people run away again, and then they meet, the new partner who is the same partner, the same energy, right? They meet that person and then they run into themselves again. And so again, that karmic cycle, they're running away from themselves. You have to integrate these lessons, these things, because if you don't, you're constantly going to be sending out unconsciously, you're constantly going to be sending out that bat signal. Lesson. I need the lesson unconsciously. And you can say all day long, verbally and consciously, you can say, I don't want this anymore. I don't want this anymore. I'm tired of this. And your soul is going to say, we're not tired. We still have work to do. There's still work to be done. Even if you're tired, we still need to figure this out. So I'm going to call these people into our life until we can meet it head on and see it, until we can resolve ourselves.